Pick up onion.
Well folks, welcome to the Shankill. Sons of Ulster's Shankill 60th anniversary parade. Leading the parade tonight was Shankill Road Defenders. Next up we have Pride Our Down.
Sorry, how are you?
Get well.
Yes.
So next up is Upper Falls Fellas and Boys from Suffolk and West Belfast. So a lot of these bands are walking and the parade starts at 6 o'clock to let them get away to other parades that's running later on. So next come up is Clocker Plaza Boys from Warringstown. Again, a lot of these bands will be moving on either to Larne for Carncastle's parade or down to Craigavon, Lurgan for Craigavon Plaza Boys 60th anniversary parade. So the same as Shankill Sons of Ulster 60th anniversary. So that is Mourne Memorial. Well, established in 2022, but they only do a few parades every year. So tonight we're on the Shankill Road. It's Shankill Sons of Ulster 60th anniversary parade. Next band coming up is Gold Springs from Cromer. Gold Springs True Defenders. No, we are in Belfast, Northern Ireland, West Belfast. This is Shankill. So a wee bit of a gap now until the next band. It's quite a short parade tonight, quite a short route. I think they're expecting about 40 bands. Very good crowds, always on the Shankill Road. We're just off of Shankill on Tennant Street. Anybody that knows the area. So this is unfortunate, wee bit of a gap here now. It's quite a good night now, clear sky, wee bit of cloud, a wee breeze blowing, but it's quite nice. Staying dry. It did forecast for rain, but that cleared up. Well, we'll see some flags going up down below, so next band's getting themselves organised. The kids out with their flags and that, enjoying the parade. So Elaine's not with me tonight. Elaine is actually away on to Larne to Constable Anderson's parade. So she's going to be live on Facebook. And about 8 o'clock, their parade starts at 8. So she's got the host band in Larne, Castle, they're walking at 7. And what they do is they leave their band hall and they walk down into the town. But they stop at a car park on the way down. And then they advertise for any kids that wants to walk with the band that could come and walk. They don't need a uniform or anything else. They bring their own flags, bring their own wee band poles, and they can walk in front of the band. And then the whole band, plus the kids, they parade through the town, round past the crowds who are waiting on the parade starting, and round to the starting point. A lot of mums and dads, they all come too and walk at the side. The kids get to join in with the band for the night. So they make a big party out of this, and during the day they have a wee bit of a fun day for the kids as well. Bouncy castles and stuff going on. So they make a big thing out of it, which is always good to see when you're getting the community involved with the bands, because if the kids join the band, then that secures the future for the bands for years to come. So some of these boys are not sure where this band's. Think they're heading. Think they're getting lost. It really is a cracker evening for the parade, and it brings the crowds out when it's like that. I can see Lambig, Orange and Blues banner red up. So they're getting themselves organised. This wee band here with navy trousers and the kind of purpley red. That's another band from Cumber Crimson Star. So.
No, right. You ain't going to see your mate. It's like you can't walk quite the road. You're not like that.
That's a wee bit better. So let us know where you are all from. If I can get to see the comments. Because I'm going live and videoing at the same time, when the bands are passing, I won't be talking because I'll be videoing at the same time. One thing about going live on YouTube is the comments are always tiny. You definitely need your glasses on to see what's going on. Hello, how are you? I hear Lambeg starting up. Lambeg are an excellent band from Lisbon. Shamrock is a lovely plant. We wear it for St Patrick's Day every year, of course worn by the Irish Guards, the Royal Irish Regiment. It's on many emblems. Beautiful wee plant. The parade tonight is on the Shankill Road, just in West Belfast, Northern Ireland. And some of the kids trying to get themselves on the YouTube. Sadly, there's a few gaps between the bands, which is a wee bit annoying. Guinness is not a drink that I'm very fond of. I remember trying it once. Wasn't for me.
Oh my god. She was up, she's on last day, last day's What's the route of the parade? Is it coming up here first, or is it?
It starts there at the stadium.
Yeah.
And down here, I think it's Regent Street. You watch it straight down to Premier Street, back on the central road up again. So it's just a square, more or less.
So it's basically going up, so the parade hasn't started yet?
Oh, it has, well, there's about 10 miles away.
Right,
So
okay.
it has. It started at 6. There's been about 10 miles left so far. And if you went down to the stadium, the Rangers Club, you would see them finishing.
Yeah.
If you were looking to see the ones that's already passed.
That's the Mourne,
More Memorial.
Mourne Young Defender.
Oh no, I haven't seen them. No, More Memorial one.
Where are the buses all the bands on to?
I'm not sure, no, I don't know where the buses would be.
Yeah. So it's definitely coming up here.
Oh, it's starting there. See where they're forming up right now?
Yeah.
It's forming up there outside that stadium. And then up this way again, and it's just a square. I think I can actually hear probably the first bands.
There, yeah, because
Finishing
there's
off.
another parade tonight.
There's one Larne and one in Craigavon.
Right,
There's 2 more later.
well, that you could start it
Thank
there.
you. Sorry about that, folks. People looking directions. No, tonight's not a song parade. Tonight is a 60th anniversary for one of the local flute bands here, Shankill Sons of Ulster. That was Ulster First Flute band from Sandy Row. And next up is Crimson Star. The band's turning up all the time. So I'll try and answer some of your questions. I don't know about the wrong direction. They're marching around the Shankill and they'll finish coming up the Shankill. I'm finishing in the Rangers Supporters Club. There is about 35 to 40 bands on parade. It's one of 3 parades here tonight. One in the Shankill, one in Larne and one in Craigavon. And next up, Ballyclare Props and Boys. be in Lauren later on. She'll be live on Facebook about 8 o'clock. I think the main parade in Lauren starts at 8. We had rain this afternoon, but no rain now, thankfully.
The mummies are all around the corner. Rob?
The next band up is another local band, Shankill Old Boys. 3-0 up for Arsenal, happy days. Let's hope we get another 3 in the second half. Thank you for letting me know. Anyway, there's some bands you just have to follow. Now, Pipes and Drums from North Belfast, absolutely excellent display. Just a pity they're not wearing uniforms, but sounding amazing, absolutely fantastic. So as we make our way around the back streets of the Shankill, it's maybe not as busy around here, but more chance to see the band. I had seen a couple of people put up the good old red, green, white and orange. Of course the orange standing for all the Protestants within the Republic of Ireland. It just keeps getting better and better. South from Malloy, it's coming up from Enniskillen to Belfast. I would say that's a round trip if we got to 200 mile tonight just to go to a parade. The dedication these boys show on the march is absolutely amazing. So a wee bit of a gap here, so we'll work our way back up against the parade and see who's next. So we have 107 people watching on YouTube. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for joining me here tonight. So this is the Shankill Sons of Ulster 60th anniversary parade. Tonight they're expecting between 35 and 40 bands on the march on the Shankill. This is the first of 3 parades here tonight. First one is on the Shankill at 6. 8 o'clock there is a parade in Larne, and at 8 o'clock there's a parade in Lurgan. That is northbound First Flute there from Newton-Ards direction. I keep forgetting to stop my video before I start talking, so I'll have to do a lot of editing when I get back home. Let's see who else is online. So I see that my good lady has arrived in Larne, safe and well, parked up and waiting on the host band starting. Some people need to learn all their history before they speak. There's so much more to it than just that. This is not the time and place for that. We're here tonight celebrating the 60th anniversary of Sons of Ulster and the marching bands within Ulster. Tonight in Craigavon, Crossing Boys, they're also celebrating their 60th anniversary. So next band up is South Belfast Crossing Boys. Oh, we missed the end of that tune. We'll follow you around the corner. Elaine will be live in Castle on Facebook.
I
60 years ago, some smart men got together and decided to form a band. Marching bands within Northern Ireland are very popular. There's between pipe and silver, accordion, flute. There's over 600 marching bands in Northern Ireland. So for such a small country, we have a lot of talented people. That was Free Memorial from Coleraine. Another band that has travelled quite a distance. The next band up is another local band, so it's Shankill 60th. I got to see the second half of the cup final today. Coleraine seemed to have the majority of possession and played very, very well. But again, hello, mate. You alright? Alright. YouTube. That's Dunmurry Prossin Boys. Now Dunmurry's one of the bands that's leaving early to go on to Craigavon for another parade tonight. A lot of the bands that's here will do more than one parade. That's the reason this parade kicked off so early. Most parades don't start usually to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, but Sons of Ulster brought theirs forward to 6 to give bands a chance to go and do more than one parade. I don't know if any bands are doing all 3 parades now. That would be a bit of a tough ask and a lot of miles, a lot of diesel. But so far we've had a good turnout. Kilclooney Volunteers is the next one. I would say they'll probably head into Craigavon afterwards as well. That's closer to home for them. we'll hopefully get the next tune. So for those that have tuned in live but aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you would like to look out on the March videos on YouTube. We also have our own show that goes out every Tuesday night called Bandfan TV. It has a look at what we've been getting up to over the last sort of week. Quite often we put Scottish bands in it and golden oldies as well. Now and again we get a wee interview or two. Clearly volunteers there from Market Hill. They have their parade on the first Friday in June every year, and for years it's been one of the biggest parades of the year. In fact, I do remember when there was over 100 bands on the march in Market Hill, which isn't that big of a village. Up next is Ballynahinch Protestant Boys in their brand new uniform, and don't they look well. Certain people hiding from the camera. So not only just looking well, but sounding fantastic too. Another local band up next, Shankill 60th boys. And of course, being at home, the riding force. Such a big band. Right, let's see if there's anybody else coming. Let's see what. Gold Springs have walked. They were about the. I think Gold Springs were about the fourth band to walk. So just about 10 past, quarter past 6. The parade started sharp at 6 o'clock. As many of the bands are going on to other parades. I hear another band, so let's see who's next. Very smart, looks like. So we have flutes and drums from Donegal. I'm sure you'll agree. Absolutely excellent band. Really, really smart drum corps.
Rosie!
Is there many behind us?
I think there's a few.
Yeah.
You're not safe, right? Oh,
You think? Hot, hot. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you agree. You can see now the crowds on the Shankill Road kind of left this bit to near the end. Not sure how many bands is left. So we'll make our way back down the Shankill here. You can see the good crowds, good atmosphere, so there is on the Shankill. Just waiting on the next band coming along. But Donegal flutes and drums, absolutely sounding fantastic. Play some fantastic tunes, so they really do. Lots of families and kids out. Lots of streamers and confetti. So we'll make our way back down the Shankill. Don't want to get too close to the end before we run out of crate, before we run out of bands. So 104 people watching on YouTube. We're doing really well. So clouded over a wee bit, a wee breeze blowing, but it's still warm, especially when you're walking about. All the kids are playing with their band poles. They're not feeling cold anyway. Well, hello. So good crowds about. Happy people saying hello. Everyone's don't want to be on camera, hiding away. We'll make our way back round. The lady behind the last one. How you doing, sir?
And thank you for putting the names of the bands up in the corner.
Oh, no.
Because some of the bass drums you don't get
You
the
don't,
name
you,
of
don't,
them.
you don't know who they are.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.
Where is she?
Lauren,
Oh, you're split up, are you?
we're friendly with the chairman out of Castle.
Aye.
So she said, Robert gets in touch with us. So you know,
How's he doing?
He's doing alright. I haven't done anything
He
wrong.
had to retire to work, you see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Driving the trucks and all.
Right?
Was that you?
No, I'm like that. No, you're all right. Just in case I say something. No, Rob was told us probably about February every year and said, well, make sure you put our date in your diary. And then we're friendly, Phil, who's the secretary of Ulster. So we said we would split up tonight and do both. So
Well, here, tell us, you're still supposed to be sending me that photograph of me at the salon. You've never sent it.
I can get on to it, so
Alright.
so you got your details. Is it different? Yes.
But sure, if not, I'll see you the next week. We're out next weekend, South Belfast.
Yes, in the afternoon.
Aye, and then Belfast.
Well, I think there's something else on in the Saturday night.
Is it?
Her fellows having a special dinner. And I think we might be going to do that.
Well, we've been South Belfast. Here, please.
Not a problem.
Alright.
Sorry about that, folks. So I can hear the next band coming anyway. Different people would approach you and speak to you. And, when we put our videos up on the YouTube, quite often we put the name of the band up in the top corner. Lets people know who don't know the band scenes, which band's which. Not all bands put their name on the drum, and it lets some of the people know who the bands are or where they're from. It's not always easy to see their badge. So next up is Bangor Crossing Boys. Some of you might recognise that tune. That's a good old Dire Straits tune from the film Local Hero. Great old 80s film. The next band up has come quite a distance as well, all the way from Scotty. There's the Sons of Ulster from Flute. Really looking smart with shirts and ties. Who knows on that more?
I don't lease it. Not even more than that. But there's more contact. That's just something who's on the lab post, maybe. I see it. Hold on. These are that's right. I'm here first. Starting at 6 is brilliant. Kind of helped the money done the same thing last year. Yeah, a lot of bands do 2 in one day. You know, like, oh, it's brilliant today, and a great crowd as well. And no rain. So, talking there to a marshal from Sons of Ulster, and he said there was 50 bands that had confirmed. I'm sure we're around the 30 mark, at more than 30 mark now. It did start at 6 o'clock. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. So maybe somebody can come update me on the Arsenal score, see if there's any more goals. Elaine is in Larne now, and she will be going live about 8 o'clock when the parade starts from Garden Moor. So a few gaps here as bands make their way. Where are you going?
Still 3-0, thank you very much. I'm quite happy with 3-0. Keep a clean sheet. I have Ray and Nets for my fantasy team. Right, we'll make our way around and see if there's any more bands coming. A wee bit of a break here.
Come over here, Chopper.
Doo-doo-doo. The problem with these wee breaks is that quite often some of the crowds all go home and you lose your atmosphere. So you do. So tonight, thank you for joining us. We have 101 watching, which is absolutely fantastic. Last night, our live feed received over 6,500 views. Absolutely amazing. Last night was in Dromore, County Down. It was Skakes Parade. If you haven't seen that video, I've put it together now and it's up on our YouTube channel. It's an hour and 15 minutes, which is every band one after the other. And there's some fantastic bands on the march. Some great bands here too, so we'll make our way backwards. So my phone vibrates, I keep thinking it's another goal, but it's maybe the end of the match. These 3 caps aren't good. It's better when it flows one after another. But it gives us a chance to make our way backwards. And well, it's quite a short route tonight, so deliberately there's 3 parades on tonight. So Sons of Ulster Shankill, they started theirs at 6, which allowed bands to come here first and then go on to other places. Craigavon Pleasant Boys, they're also celebrating their 60th anniversary. Their parade's in Lurgan at 8 o'clock, and they have a uniform dedication for a brand new uniform tonight before their main parade. So I look forward to seeing some of them videos. And then there's a parade in Larne tonight, which is Corncastle's annual band parade in Larne. It's a parade we have attended for years and years. So Elaine, my better half, I'm the boss, but she's the better half. So she is in Larne. Derek, you know, one thing I love about coming to these parades is you get to meet so many people and talk to and wave, and it really is a good old atmosphere. So here's the next band coming, and it's the Ulster Grenadiers from Carrickfergus without the uniforms on. Well, hang on, I got another tune with Ulster Grenadiers. Hey, all right. A good arrangement of tunes there, that sounded really, really well. So the Ulster Grenadiers, they're celebrating 30 years on the march. This is their anniversary year too, and they are waiting on a new uniform also. They were hoping to get away to France and Belgium this year for their anniversary, but a new uniform was required because they had a lot of new members that needed new uniforms, so they're waiting on their new uniform coming. There's a few bands out there still walking about in their civvies waiting on new uniforms, or uniforms being adjusted or made. Shankill from Canada. Next band up is Constable Anderson from Larne. Sounding really, really well there. Flutes and drums have walked and we're sounding excellent. Really, really good. I'm not sure now if the Giants Causeway will be here or maybe they will be in Larne. Goodrich Star are here. I've seen them. The South Belfast Young Conquerors is up next. South Belfast Young Conquerors, they're celebrating 50 years on the march this year. And they have their parade on the afternoon, the last Saturday in July. absolutely amazing crowds. How are you, Dave? You all right, yet? Aye, not too bad. First, how did I? Well, I said I had something confirmed. Right? No rains then, right? Went up tonight, so too many times. See you soon, God bless. The next band up is Pride Shore from Shore Road, Belfast, North Belfast. So Pride Ashore from North Belfast.
good, mate. Well, folks, that was pretty short from North Belfast. Sounded fantastic. Can't wait to get their uniforms back. Next up, a band all the way from Shankill, More Young Defenders. We'll make our way down to meet them. They have stopped for the Memorial Garden. Fantastic for More Young Defenders. We just stopped here on the Shankill Road, just outside West Kirk Church, and anybody who knows the Shankill. And here is the Memorial Garden. A lot of boys take a rest. Fantastic crowds up the Shankill Road, and a few noisy ones as well. Always like to join in. We'll get another wee tuna hopefully by morning on the way up the Shankill Road. Not sure how many bands is still to come. We were told that there was 50 bands confirmed. I know we're well past halfway. We're getting near the end of the parade. Another band that's selling 50 years, celebrating 50 years on the march, and we know that they have a trip planned to the battlefields later in the year as a celebration. Next band up is Pride of Lagan Valley from South Belfast, out round Shaw's Bridge, looking very, very smart.
and an excellent drum major. Hopefully we'll get another wee tune out of them before they move off. 137 watching, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. No, they're going to take a wee break. The parade finishes just up above us where that other band is. That's the finishing point. You can see the crowds on the Shankill are absolutely fantastic. We're getting very close to the end here. We'll maybe push our way back down the Shankill. Sadly we're running out of parade. Okay. How are you? Let's get you that way. Thank you. Hello, Robert. Yes. Hey, man. I'm trying to get as many as possible. So, next band up is Ballycraigie, Sons of Ulster. I think we're not going to get a lot of long clips on the videos, because we're running out of parade, so we'll try and make our way back down the street. We get longer clips while we'll have a wee break. Thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in and watched, for all your comments, good and bad, because even when you comment something bad on YouTube, it sees that you have comment and it goes as a tick towards the page. People are interacting with the page, so even though it's a bad comment and it maybe aggravates some people, you're doing on the march the world of good. So, this is Ballycraigie Sons of Ulster. They're taking a wee break before the final leg. Behind them is Robert Gray Memorial from Crawfordsburn, another excellent band. Haven't seen very much of them of lately, so it'll be good to see them again back on the march. There are plenty of bands out there who would be quite willing to teach you anything that you want to learn. Bands are crying out for new members. And it doesn't matter where you're from, they will accommodate. I'm sure there's a band near you who will teach you everything you need to know. So this is Sons of Ulster, Shankill Road, 60th anniversary parade. An absolutely fantastic turnout, not just the bands but the spectators also. Come on lads, play me tune. There we go. absolutely fantastic. Excellent play, Ballycraigie. Next up, as promised, Robert Graham Memorial from Crawfordsburn. An excellent colour party, as you can see. We got a wee bit closer here. There's nobody coming up the street at the minute, so we'll walk up behind them. Hopefully get another tune. 144 now on Facebook, on YouTube. Elena's in Larne if you want to go on Facebook. When this plays over, you can tune over to On the March Images on Facebook. Catch up with Elaine. An excellent tune, well played by Robert Graham. Now, how did that get in the middle of the road? And where does he think he's going to go? How are you, mate?
Actually, he's coming up now.
Right, so next band coming up the road is East Belfast Pleasant Boys, past the Memorial Garden in a minute. So we'll rush down to meet them. Fantastic crowds here on the Shankill. Lots of kids and all out. Well, folks, what about that? Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you all know that tune from Pirates of the Caribbean. East Belfast, they call it Pirates of the East. Fantastic show. They look so well in the cream jackets. Really, really smart. Excellent band. Looking very, very well. We'll make our way back down the street, see who's coming up next. I see a few boys here from Donamoney. Absolutely fantastic night. Brilliant crowds on the Shankill. It's the Sons of Ulster's 60th anniversary parade. And they have about 50 bands on the march in the Shankill. A fantastic display. From Rathcoon. The thing about this parade being an anniversary parade, you've got lots of bands that don't normally do parades or band parades or church parades, and they're all out here tonight. Fairhill Flute Band, or not Fairhill, sorry, Pride of Hill. That's a nice wee tune. Now, all these cars are heading up the Shankill, but I don't think they know where they're going. That road's blocked the whole way out. It'll take you a while. That road's at a standstill the whole way up. The parade's finishing just up there at the stadium. You'd probably go better down one of the side streets and round. So you would. There's every band stopping and playing a couple of tunes at the end. So it could take you half an hour from here to the next set of lights. So good. I don't even know what way. I don't even know if that's a dead end, that one. I don't think you can get up that road because it's, all the bands are finishing up there. They're stopping playing a couple of tunes each. So it could take you half an hour to get from here to the satellites up there. That lady's a nurse and she's looking out. Do you want me to back you back? Excuse me, mate. Excuse me, boss. Didn't let that car reverse there. You want to go back now? You want to go back now and then try and get down one of them streets? If you go on back and then go up that way and I get that lady to come forward, you go straight on back. Right boys, move out that way a wee minute. So you step back, you come out this way. There we are. There's actually a wee bit of traffic as well. I don't see any more bands coming up the road, so I know there's more bands here, but they're not coming up the road. So we'll maybe hang about and go back up and see Pride of Hill. Right, that's Pride of Hill from Carmona. That sky's square darkened over now, so it has. But no rain so far. Look at them lovely colours there. That bright orange there for all the Protestants and all the orange men within the south of Ireland, numbering thousands. All the Presbyterians within Donegal, upwards of 10,000. Many a good Protestant came from the Republic of Ireland. You remember that orange stands for the best colour of them all. So, Elaine is down in Carrickfergus, down in White. I'll get my words right. Elaine is down in Larne, our Carncastle parade. She is live on Facebook. Not that I'm telling you to go away. Still got 99 watching. Waiting on the next band coming. We'll make our way back down the Shankill Road. So we know the Gertrude Star's here, so they've yet to walk. And I've seen a few people out of Donamoney, so hopefully we'll get to see Donamoney on the march on the Shankill. How are you? Not sure. I know I've seen a couple of uniforms that haven't walked yet. I know I've seen Gertrude Starr here and Donamoney are here. So still a few to come.
It's 61.
Well,
That's quite a lot.
Just Pride of Hill's off there, they're on their way right.
they're all in Pride of Hill, Rough Island. They had 50 confirmed. So they had 50 definites. But I mean, things happen and sometimes. But there must be well over 40 by now, I think. You know, it's been a fantastic turnout. I've been live now for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So.
I guess I've seen up there for a long time.
Well, how's it going? You keeping all right?
Not too bad. Apparently your mum was sitting there, one of the marshals was sitting on fly back.
Well, we've started confirmed. I was thinking around 41 hours. So
Like, we're waiting on those coming to make Big Avenue.
no, not something Craig Avenue. Craig Avenue doesn't start yet. No, it starts at 8. So they started at 6. So the boss would come here first thing to go to Craig Avenue line.
They reckon those coming from there to here.
I would very much doubt it because the time they finished in Lauren, I got down here to 10 o'clock. You know, so I would very much doubt that. So
Police were stopping cars already come down the way. Earlier on. So whether it's stop this going on, I don't know.
the thing is, you never know when was the last band and they end up standing around waiting.
Well, Pride of the Hill apparently is coming now. Right,
I got messages here, so Lane's live on Facebook. So he says, no, and Lauren. And I'm getting a message here. Neil, Elaine's missing you. She's probably missing. Talk to you later. She's. How are you, boys? Elaine is not used to videoing. She's just used to talking on Facebook. And if she can't talk because she's videoing, well, I'm saying no more in case I get myself in trouble. So,
Look at some of the YouTube.
on the YouTube, there's the boys here, all on YouTube. Party time. the boys have done their parade and now they're enjoying a few beverages. So we'll make our way back down to Shankill. So everybody's enjoying the night. We'll have here a picture of the Ulster Memorial Tower, which a lot of you will know is from the Somme in France. So still no sign of the next bomb. Big subway's getting a good turn tonight. Wee breeze has picked up. Starting to get a bit cooler. How are you? It gets these wee gaps that people start to go home. They've had enough. We won't have a yarn here.
I thought you were talking to yourself there. I said he's off the flat.
I'm talking to 96 others. 96 on YouTube.
Very good.
So 2 hours and 11 minutes we're live. So
Are you on your own or?
this is Lauren.
Oh, right.
I sent her to Lauren.
You can go to Laura. I just going around the corner.
We're getting to the stage with too many friends and too many bands. And you end up with too many invites. But it's a good problem to have. And Castle's a parade that we've run to for years and years. So we'll hate to miss it. And they're a great wee band. They even sent me a Christmas card most of the day. You know? So they're a great wee band. And Robert's a good friend now. And Robert gets in touch about February and says, would you put our date in your diary? Make sure you come in tomorrow. Yeah.
Goes up to get a 12 boys next week then.
Well, I think I'm off next Saturday, so the plan would be Bangor in the morning, South Belfast in the afternoon, and East Belfast at night. You know, are we going to eat out as well?
Oh, yeah. Take it, David.
You get 3 plays for the price of one.
Need plenty of storage on your thing.
Oh, yeah, you definitely do, yeah. No, there's plenty on, so that's. Although next Friday night, we're conflicted whether to go to Lemon Valley for Star Road's anniversary parade, or there's a VE Day parade in East Belfast. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, maybe Lemon Valley is a place to go even though we're out. You don't get a lot of people.
No,
There's only about 4 bands of it.
Well, that,
4 or
see,
5.
if I got 4 bands and I got maybe 4 tunes for each band, then that makes 4 good videos.
Yeah.
Where, as much as I love Star of the Road, but to go from Belfast to Lemon Valley, maybe watch 50 bands and come the whole way home, and then that's 50 videos that you're going to have to put up. And then you're planning to do 3 more parades on the Saturday. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot, all it is.
Where if you get a wee handy one over in East Belfast and maybe take it easy for the night, and then that would set you up for Saturday.
It's a good play. It's the first of July play, although it doesn't go up round Hackamore.
Right.
So it comes down, the Ravens go up their Flute.
Ah, yes, when they get up
I think there's 5 ones. There's us, the Raven, Sun Memorial,
They've been invited.
and Ferguson.
I think there's another one. Aye. Yep.
Right.
So we might do that. I'm not promising because you never know what happens between now and then.
Usually, you're getting 5 good ones.
Yeah. And you go for a down
Even
and
if
you
I'm
get.
even plug our own, but
Well, I have a wee soft spot now for the Vision Rods, I really do. You know, these are good to me.
we're hanging on. You know what I mean? Saying it's hard for bands, you know what I mean? Young people coming up don't have the interest anymore. They come in for a season and go off. That's me.
It's usually through family to join.
That's it, I know.
That's trying to keep them in.
You saw me anymore.
If you made the day, one of these interviews, Neil.
Interview China, he'll be down the north.
Oh, yeah.
How long you'll be here the next week?
Alright.
Hardly breathe.
Get them out flowers.
Hardly breathe.
The sulphur.
See them?
There's a band come round there, and the wee fellow's out the front leading it, and he opened the floor so that a Earl shot from the back, get rid of that, and he threw it underneath that car.
Oh, for goodness sake. This is an awful gap now. This must be a good 10 minutes or more.
I think the garden only has
Yeah, it's only 20 mile walk.
Yeah, it's short breath.
Too short. We're only starting to get home and hit the road.
Yeah. Well, it was all done on purpose to let bands go on to other places.
See the difference that whirl and the Norway. Play dummy around the back streets because it's the same as if it was.
Oh, I would have said you'd be clicking it.
Oh, how do they like? Because it sounds terrible. Unbelievable. I thought it blew a whirl on the night. That's what they don't people say it. No. Totally off. Like, compared to work. How they change how they work there.
So hopefully it'll not be long before we get another couple of bands round. Let's see who's
I
going.
don't know who's off the bird like, but Kurt's the same. We only played 6 hours. Just rough there. Right up there. We have stayed there in the stadium then.
Not far up.
You fell street.
Yeah, it's definitely going all stale at the minute.
This will be a busy time for you now every weekend now. You go more of it. We will be, really.
Wednesday night I was in Stormont with Ballycoan,
Yes, seen a couple of pictures.
and I was at a meet and greet for Money Swain and a lodge on Thursday. On Friday we were in Gilmore, and then tonight I'm here and Elaine's in Larne. So it's yeah, it just doesn't stop now. It's just constant. And then I'll get up, set the alarm. The alarm goes off about 6. Set the alarm for 6. I get up, start on the videos, sit down, and try and get as many done as possible.
That's dedication, like.
And then well, I go to church on Sunday morning, so I will do as many videos up to about 10:30. Then it's upstairs, I wash the change and then to church. And then back to church and straight on the computer again. And then Sunday evening I go and see my father every week. So I do what I can, try and get as much done.
We come home from church and go to bed. I'm knackered out there.
And then I try and get started in the Belfast TV and get a wee bit done, get a head start. Right folks, I don't know whether to keep going live or just end it there.
Hey folks, sorry for keeping you. Had them a wee yarn there with a couple of band friends. Send them Blues and Royals and East Belfast Protestant Boys. So there are more bands on the way. We've just heard from the Marshal. There's no pretending about it. There's no soldiers about it. These are bandsmen. Bandsmen out on the march. Not pretend to be anything else but band enthusiasts. There's no soldiers in it at all. I don't know where you even get soldiers from. Is it because soldiers, the army have bands that you think that any band? So if you go to England and you have all the brass and silver bands around Yorkshire, are they pretend soldiers? And when you go to Holland and Belgium and you see the accordion bands and the brass bands in Belgium and Holland, are they pretend soldiers? So is every bandsman a pretend soldier? So where do you get this thought from? How explain yourself how you work out that because somebody plays a flute or a drum or puts on a uniform, that all of a sudden they nearly got myself knocked down there. They're a wee soldier, where really they're just an enthusiastic musician. So coming up next is Gertrude Starr, a band from East Belfast. This band has been in really good form over the last couple of years. Plenty of numbers. I watched the videos from last week in Carlisle and really enjoyed it. There's a couple of boys over there that do videos in Scotland, but there's a couple also belonging to the Orange Order in England, and they put a camera on their flag and you always get a good view of the parade. I would always love to go to one of the parades over in Scarborough or England. I have been to London in 2012 for a Grand Lodge parade, which was very good, but that was quite a while ago now, 2012. But I would love to get back again to London or to one of the English parades. 144 watching on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Shankill Sons of Ulster 60th anniversary parade. So lots of people that deciding they want to walk in front of the camera. It's been an excellent parade. A few gaps here and there which didn't help, but brilliant crowds around the Shankill. Great crowds of bands and a great turnout. Stayed dry. It's cleared up. A wee bit grey looking, but it's not actually as bad as what it looks like on camera. We've been late for 2 hours and 25 minutes on the march here in the Shankill. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're writing about and all these things, so we are. We try our best. And if you've never seen it before, every Tuesday night we have a show that goes live. I never say what time it goes live because it's never the same time twice. But Belfast TV is on YouTube every Tuesday night. So Gertrude Star have got a spare bass drum. I think they must have bust the last one. I was hoping to get over to London in September. I think it's the Lord Carson Memorial Parade or something. There's a big crowd of that this year. I'm not saying I'm not going because, well, I haven't booked off work yet, but you never know. I think there's about 10, maybe 15 bands from Northern Ireland going over. So it looks like it's going to be a cracker. I'm not sure about next Friday. There's a wee parade in East Belfast, an orange parade, and I was actually thinking of going and walking in it. It's a VE celebration day, a VE day parade in East Belfast, and I have friends in Star of the Road, Limavady, and it's their anniversary. We had thought about going up to Limavady and then staying over in the caravan in Port Rush. That was another option. So we haven't made our mind up. I think the Lord Carson's September. I need a double check. If you're on Facebook, if you look up the Ulster Bands Forum, they have been advertising it. I know it's now closed to bands because they have about 25 bands on the list. It's mostly Sons Associations and Apprentice Boys. "19th of September, thank you for letting us know. I know that Cormain Rising Sons were going over. They had asked us that we want to go with them. But we're away to France and Belgium in July and we have a holiday booked in October. So I need to watch and see how many holidays I have left in work. And as far as I remember, it's my Saturday to work. So we're on another wee break while they're repairing their drum. When you get to this time of year in May, here in Northern Ireland, there's parades every Friday and Saturday night. And then when you get to June, you get Wednesday night as well. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Last night there was 5 parades around the country. Tonight there's 3. There's also a parade tonight in Larne, which is Carncastle's parade. And then Craigavon Protestant Boys, they're celebrating their 60th anniversary. We have parade in Lurgan tonight, and they had a dedication of a new uniform. So we do look forward to seeing them videos.